Yo, people, welcome back to the YouTube channel. You already know what time it is. It's time for another live. The Chelsea breakdown is back upon popular requests and also a big game as well to follow. So you asked for it, you got it, and you got it when it was needed because a therapy session needs to take place after that one a little bit because I was in the Lions' den today, rivals surrounding me, giving me grief, running agendas left, right, and center. And now I get to talk about this game with like-minded Chelsea fans and really dig into what went wrong, what went right, and how we ended up here with a 2-1 deficit. But before we get into all of that, welcome to the panel. Big up everybody in the chat. Tobes, brother, how are we feeling, bro? How you doing today?
Deflated, but hopeful as well. Like there was stuff to take in, trying to see silver linings, but at the same time, obviously we were rocking up thinking, now let's have that first big scalp, and we didn't get it, and we didn't perform as we know this team can perform. And I think, that's where the disappointment lies. We know they can do better. We know our players can be better than today. That's what was a real kick in the teeth.
Yeah, Alexis, brother. I mean, shaking your head.
Hey, listen, I feel a lot better now, and I prefer this feeling than Arsenal 5-0, Liverpool 4-1 last year, where it was just there's no hope. With this now, at least we're gonna have a nice therapy session, and I can expect a reaction next week, and hopefully we got another mini undefeated run.
Yeah, Don, you were bringing a lot of brothers over to your side in terms of the title race, but today, brother, it didn't go well.
Yeah, we got to charge it. Man. I think, listen, Tobes hit the nail on the head, man. I think we've seen this team play better. You know what I'm saying? Certain individuals will tuck into it, the likes of Palmer and that. They just weren't good enough. And ironically, we were speaking backstage. I think the midfield was the best part of our game today. You know what I'm saying? And we came off short. If we scored at the end, towards the end of the game, those two chances we had, I don't think a single Liverpool fan can say that we stole it, right? They'll look at it and say that was probably a fair result, So fine margins won the game today, man. Honestly, fine margins, bro.
Yeah, Javon, brother, how are we feeling? How are we doing, man?
Surprisingly, I'm positive. Coming out of this game, only because it's our 8th league game, and we got 30 more games left. It's a game. It was a high-level game. It's a game against a really good opposition. And the game, for me, while we didn't create much, the game showed that we're a level above what we were last season. So we'll get into it. Because I wanted to get the conversation going because I have a lot of points to check off here. But
yeah, I'm gutted, man. Gutted. And to be honest, I'm gutted knowing that coming into this game, I could really feel a defeat coming for us. Like I wasn't shocked today that we lost, and I would have taken a draw before the game kicked off because I just felt like Anfield is a very tough place to go. They don't have much glitz and glamour. They don't have many players that people are like, they're in awe of. But there has to be a respect for the stadium that we're going to, and the fact that when title contenders go, they take a point, they change the game plan, they shuffle, and they equip themselves differently for that test. And there was a confidence building because we've got quality, because we've got individuals, but there's certain elements and intangibles in a game that we know that we're lacking. And I feel like at times they showed up today. And we knew our defense was ropey coming into this. We've conceded goals. Anfield is another level of test for the defenders. And I always felt like we're going to concede 2. We're definitely going to concede 2. It just feels like that type of game we're going to have to get 2 to even get a point. But I don't know, man. Like, I'm a bit gutted because I don't really feel like we laid a glove in the final third. I feel like we left that game and we didn't test their keeper enough. We didn't really assault their goal. Like, we did some nice stuff in midfield. We kept the ball. We were press resistant. We played it about. We had a spell or two. But I don't leave that game thinking they really had to fight for that to the death. Do you know what I mean?
The problem, Matisse, for me was, I don't know what got into us today, what we've been training for, because aerially, Liverpool are giants, bro. I think they've got the best aerial rate at the minute in the league. You've got Van Dijk and Konate that just clear everything, bro. And we kept trying to attack by crossing in the air. And to me, I don't understand why we're doing that, because we haven't got Osimhen, we haven't got Omarodian, we haven't got fucking Zigic, right, in the box to be heading in these chances. what we had to be doing for this game was either create through the midfield. Obviously, they made it quite hard for us to do that with the screening they're doing and that. You know, they blocked off Palmer, or from the wingers. Yeah, if you watch Man City, how they break down a lot of these low blocks, they go into the box and they just whip it across. Yeah, whip it across. Someone can get a touch on it. You know, one of the defenders can get their knee on it or something. They can score an own goal. That's what we had to do today to break down that low block. This crossing in the air thing, our team's not built for that. We spoke about this last week in terms of physicality and height and that. We're quite short. You know what I'm saying? Jackson, he's not the shortest, but he's not really good in the air. So every time I was seeing like Reece doing it, and I'm like, why are we doing this? We're just giving the ball back to them. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, our creativity today was lacking. We didn't even have an XG of 1. You know what I mean? It was bad, but
did you notice it was always the chance? Everything broke down before like you're meant to create the chance. Like for example, in the beginning, every time we gave the ball to Noni, if you notice, Robbo would drop back and Gakpo would run in, and then if
it was doubled up on.
And once he beats him, then Robbo would jump like intercept and take the ball off him. Every time we caught him one-on-one, Noni was having a field day. We weren't getting the ball out to him quick enough.
Yeah,
and then it's no surprise that Neto had the same success when it was blistering pace. Like I think Sancho really was losing confidence as the first half was going, and I wasn't surprised he was hooked. I genuinely wasn't.
You brought up a brilliant. You brought up a brilliant point there. When we were going on the rings, because I thought we would get joy down the wings. There was a point that's vividly stood out to me. There was 3 people on Nani, and Nani somehow managed to get by him. Right? Normally in that situation, Palmer's somewhere there in the area to pick the ball up off Nani to then continue the play. When Nani got by, there was no one there. All he had to do was fizz the ball into the box. I left the game feeling lackluster, if that makes sense, for lack of a better term. Offensively, I left the game wanting more. We didn't show our true quality going forward, and that's the frustrating part for me.
Yeah, no, we didn't. I think the only attacker that was actually on it today was probably Jackson. He didn't get much service. He had a couple of moments.
Oh, Noni was good though.
When he got his chances, but we didn't use him enough, like you said.
Yeah,
Robertson was a target for me even before the game. Like pace for pace, you'd think Noni's going to absolutely kill him because he's not the Robertson of a couple of years ago, and we did not maximize on that side at all. And then Palmer was just anonymous. That's the quietest game I've seen from Palmer since he's come to Chelsea. I think that was like you are completely ghosted in this game. Like you're not involved one bit. There's no.
He made the wrong decision. You know when he had the ball, Neto done the whole run, and then he beat Gravenberch, flicked it to him, and I shouted Wolves because we saw that goal against
exactly
Wolves.
just like right Noni
smashes it, and I was like, lay it. And he took the shot. He took a touch and took a shot. And I was like, oh, wrong decision. It's congested.
I think in highlighting out wide where we had our problems, it was like you said, first half, Noni had Robertson. Whenever he could, he had him. And that's even where Palmer's shot over the bar came from. Like he felt like he had him on toes. But every opportunity Sancho had to take Trent on, and the one time he actually kind of took him on, he could have got a penalty out of it. You know, whether that is or not, it's a bit soft. But either way, like he could have had success. He wasn't doing enough. And in the second half, you bring on Neto, which was the right change to make. He's doing really well on that side. And then I couldn't understand why you put Nkunku on the left when that was happening. And then you didn't, until that cross right at the end, you didn't see Neto after he switched sides. And he was really growing into the game.
Tobes, you make some good points, yeah? I don't know why Mudryk wasn't in the squad.
Right?
We did speak. We spoke about that pace against Trent, didn't we? Like in the previous line.
Yeah, bro. We spoke about it. You know, if Mudryk was there, you could have taken off Jackson because I thought he had a bit of a quiet game, to be honest with you. You know, you could have played Nkunku down the middle, which for me is not ideal, but play him down there, put Mudryk on the left, and then put Neto on the right. That is literally directness on that side. But when you brought Nkunku on, it made the job so easy for Trent. Because to be fair, like in the first half, Trent locked up Sancho. Sancho didn't really do anything. We'll speak about the penalty after, because for me that was a clear penalty. Yeah, if you're gonna give that penalty for what Colwill did, I'm sorry, the other one is a clear penalty, bro. He chopped it back. He literally planted his foot into Sancho's foot, and from the way Sancho reacted, I could tell he was in pain, bro. It literally went to VAR for like 2 seconds. Do you know what I'm saying? That was not good. That was not a good decision to make. But overall, I just felt like Maresca's management today and the squad, I've seen him do better. Today, he's got to take some blame as well as the players, bro.
But you know what? I was shocked
he was
to
never
see...
bringing on. He was never bringing on Felix. He was never bringing on Felix in this game. So for me, it just makes no sense. And what I would have preferred is, because all of us have said we didn't crash the box well enough. Move Palmer to the right if you don't want to take him off. And bring Nkunku on to play closer to Jackson. And then at least you have two individuals in the box, you know? It's those late runs.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. We had pace in Neto, right? You notice even when we shipped Neto to the right-hand side, barring the cross at the end, the wing play was nullified. So I don't think if you put Palmer over there, that would have caused a problem. I could even argue you could have pulled Palmer off. He was so quiet today. You could have pulled Palmer off, put Felix on, because that's why we have the depth to try something. Because if I know the one thing Felix is going to give us is some trickery from the middle of the park that could break down something, right? So that's my argument with that. Another thing I noticed that was glaring to me. If we have people that are doubled up on, Palmer was doubled up on, Madueke was doubled up on, there was no runners from the midfield to kind of support, to kind of give that support, to play that pass off. That way we could be 2v1 in situations going in behind. Oftentimes the ball got recycled. And that's where most of our position came from, recycling play. And that was frustrating for me.
That comes from Liverpool being a threat on the break, though, isn't it? And not overcommitting numbers forward. And James, James and Lavia were two of our best players, and they were just making their first starts for months or whatever. Lavia's not started since City. But as soon as I saw James in that lineup, I said, James is not going forward. James is a third centre-back, and he's just playing because he's the best right-sided centre-back we've got. We haven't got any Fofana. And we need, I mean, I'm still shocked that he started, and I'm thankful that he just come away unscathed and now we haven't heard nothing, because that was a massive shock to me. The fact that he started that game was like, whoa. Even Lavia was like, okay, fair enough. You don't trust Enzo in a game like this, which I think a lot of people were questioning Enzo, whether he could really play in this type of game, which I think is fair because we know his deficiencies. But James was a big, big move. And I was even surprised not to see Renato, but then when he came on, he was struggling as well. So
you thought he was struggling?
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was good.
I felt more comfy with him than Gusto on Salah anyway.
Yeah. You know, I have a point to make about that.
Do you know what it is with Vega? Is I just feel like I wanted him to start, but then my other question was, when he comes into this type of game, is he gonna get booked? Because you know he likes to get into a tackle. You know he likes to get into a crunching tackle. And the one thing you don't want to do at Anfield is you don't want to get the crowd up, and you don't want to start going for them big crunching tackles, because if you miss time one, you're on a booking. Two, if you do it anyway, the crowd's up and you change your momentum. So I don't know. It was in the end today we needed Cucurella, I guess, because he would have brought that experience. But yeah, it's just
so
we lacked that.
So let's take a look at Maresca's tactics here, right? He played Malagusto at left back in hopes he would do a job on Salah. If you don't believe me, go and watch the game for what I'm about to say. Gusto won one duel. After that one duel won, Salah had him on toast, if I'm being honest. Because you know what happened after the fact, which solidifies my point? Every time Kelleher was on the ball, who did he look for? Who was that out ball for? It was to Salah each time, until Vega came on the field. And the only reason why he keeps going down that road, because Salah was getting changed on Augusta. Whether it's a 1v1 battle or he would flick it off to Curtis Jones, making that late deep midfield run. And that's what pissed me off, because how can you guys not see that? Augusta needed help. And
I think that's the key, though. Yeah. Salah's was the best player on that pitch. If you look at talent and effectiveness in the final third, like at the end of the day, he scored the penalty. He set up a brilliant goal. And just all in all, there was one instance where 3 players and he just barged all of them off, and you're like, bloody hell, this guy's so strong for 5'7". Like, you know, he shouldn't be that strong, but he's got that low center of gravity, and that's why he's world class. Like, genuinely, I feel like we done well on him. I don't think he was the deciding factor today. Or please correct me if I'm wrong. Like, I don't feel like
he got a goal and an assist, didn't it? But
no, he was the deciding factor. For that second assist, that is a world-class assist. And if you remember at the Bridge last year, he got a similar sort of goal, right? Back post with Diaz when Diaz scored, right? That guy's creativity is crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, you know. But again today.
I thought Sanchez was bigger on their goal for it than him, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that first goal, obviously, we'll start there because we conceded the penalty, right? And there was a warning before that because Salah and Colwill were having afters. That was a penalty for everyone. No complaints, right?
I think it's soft. I think it's soft, but I think if you give that, you have to give the Sancho one. And I don't think either of them should. I don't think either. It's a bit woke. I don't know. I don't think either of those pens are really pens.
How don't you think they're pens, Tobes? Why don't you think they're pens, bro? I think they're both pens.
For me, it's like it's a bit of a coming together with Trent and Sancho. I get it because he doesn't get the ball and he stands on his foot, so I can see why it would be given. I put it this way: if he'd given it, they wouldn't have overturned it. And I think equally, if they hadn't given the Curtis Jones Colwill one, because it looks clumsy, but how much contact is there really? If they hadn't given it, I don't think it would have been overturned either, or vice versa. I think.
But the thing is, Colwill went for the ball and missed it.
Yeah, he kicked his ankles, bro. I can't argue with that.
I think
Colwill didn't even appeal. He was
Man just looked. He just like this. His mouth was wide open, bro, because he knew.
I thought it was clumsy.
Yeah.
I thought it was clumsy. I just think if you haven't given that first one, how can you give that one,
bro? He was doing the dirty, and his missus walked in. Like
on the replay, Colwill did this. On the replay, Colwill looked around and was like, "Kick the ball." He didn't know exactly where the ball was. Jones didn't know where the ball was.
So it was
I fully get that. I'm just saying, if you haven't given that first one, you're saying we'll allow a bit of contact. You're allowed to stand on someone's foot. If you're allowing that, you can't give the second one.
No, I agree with you. The Sancho one for me is a penalty, but Colwill, the problem here is for me, once you impede somebody in the box and you don't get the ball, it's a penalty, right?
Yeah.
No matter how big or how high or low the goal scoring opportunity is. Obviously, Jones is closer to goal. Sancho's is more in the corner. That shouldn't make a difference. Colwill's reaction tells me that it's a penalty because this guy, it's like when you get caught with your hand in the cookie jar. This brother is like, he's been told off by his mum and he's not even fighting back. He's not even arguing this case. He's like, yo, I took the cookies, like, just send me to my room. The Sancho one, I don't understand how they haven't even checked that. How have they not checked? They checked it. How have they not given a penalty?
On commentary, they said they checked it, but they cleared it instantly.
That's the only time Sancho got the better of Trent in that game, really, and did something of value apart from passing it. Because that one he should have won a penalty. Every other time, I think Trent left this game with 100% tackles won and mad stats.
And that's why I don't even like speaking about refs, Matisse, and that's why when these Arsenal fans start crying and that, I'm like, bro, everyone gets done. You know what I'm saying? If you remember last year at Anfield, we should have had 2 penalties and we got 0. You know what I mean? It's bad, bro. The ref today was bad. We're speaking about it backstage. Like there was a time when Caicedo got the ball cleanly. Tobes was speaking about it. He gave them a foul. There was a time when Nunes barged Vega shoulder to shoulder. They're both big lads. He gave us a foul, which wasn't a foul. For me, I was thinking, yo, he's won that cleanly. How the hell is that a foul? So overall, the Prem is just full of shit refs. That's what it is. You just got to make sure that you do your job, so you're not speaking about the refs. That's what it is.
You know how I know there was.
Should Tosin have been sent off?
No, there was a cover in defense, and it started in Liverpool's half.
But the thing is, if Saliba was sent off yesterday, I wouldn't have been shocked if it would have been a red. Like Saliba, if they gave a red for Tosin, would any of us have sat here and said, well, you know what, that's wrong? Because I thought Saliba
I would have said Colwill's covering, whereas White was.
There was no one near Saliba.
They were different incidents for me.
There were 2 different incidents, bro. You got to look at how close the next defender was to him, and Colwill was right next to him. And if you actually look at the angle of the ball, it was going
towards Colwill. That's what I said on
going that way as well. You know what I'm saying?
We're overlooking something, right? Do you remember the tackle from I think it was Colwill on Salah, where it was kind of like a shoulder, and there was this penalty debate. When he gave the second penalty, that was chalked off. I genuinely think if he didn't mess up on the Sancho penalty, he would have given that as a penalty. Because when he came in from when Colwill came in from behind on Salah and he blew the penalty. I think it was I genuinely think that was an over.
That was a dive.
He was trying to win the penalty. He was trying to win the penalty.
Do you know why for me? Yeah, you see Salah's cutting on his left foot. He's already passed Colwill. Now Salah is not going to fail to get a shot off in that position. He is in the advantage now. He's gone past the centre back and he's on his favored left foot. He could have easily took his shot. He decided to put his right foot in the running path of Colwill. Colwill's running side by side with him or just behind him, and he's decided to put his foot into an unnatural position into Colwill's running lane. So for me, from the time you're doing that, you're not focused on shooting or trying to progress. So that's not a penalty for me. That one was. I'm glad that got overturned, because if that had gone, I'd be walking out the room at that point. I said, "Yo, this game's collapsed, finished."
You know what?
Yeah.
I think what's interesting. Oh, sorry, go on.
Just on that, like, do you guys feel like, because look, Tosin obviously done what he did quite early, and for me, I feel like that kind of put Colwill off his game, because from what I was seeing from the defense today, those two especially, they were shaky. Like, I'm seeing Colwill just giving the ball away. That's not something that I look at with him, because one of his main strengths is how he plays it into the midfield. Today, he was not locked in. Because shortly before he gave away the penalty, he was doing a little bit of a madness in the corner.
Yeah.
Do you get it? And then
he shouldn't be out
help.
there, though, should he? He shouldn't be out there.
I didn't think he was. I didn't think he was that bad. I think there was one bit in the second half where it was like a ball on the halfway line that he intercepted like really well. I thought he'd settled down. But what you interestingly bring up with that incident that Colwill has, as much as I like him, we've seen it when Spurs, when he got subbed up at half time with Poch when we won 4-1, like he can lose his head a little bit, which I like. I want players that are, I want players who are hot-headed, like Diego and whatever. But like at the same time, that Salah incident was about a minute before that pen, the pen that he then gives away with the attack on Jones. It's like something like that just sort of sets him off, and it takes him a little bit of time to acclimatise back to like the game he's in almost. Because I feel like the Colwill we've watched for the last few months really, wouldn't have made that tackle on Jones. Like it was such a rash, clumsy thing to do that it's not something he's shown in recent weeks, but that Salah incident almost kind of upset him. I feel, it was just.
But you know, last week when we were saying how we need to be like realistic in our expectations for this year, this is the type of thing that we need to be realistic about. In my review, the thing I said straight away was we needed to act like we've been here before. Half of these players haven't been in this position where they're in the top 4, they're going away to Liverpool, and it's like, we can cause an upset here and it won't be a shock. And those 5 minutes, I think Colwell's going to learn from massively, because I think he settled down, and in the second half, I thought he was good. I genuinely thought we played a more open, expansive game, and he was higher up and he was recovering. Him and Badiashile looked good. I had no problem with those two.
Yeah. Do you know what it was? Yeah, for me, you make a good point, Alex, right? Because this game in the first half, it actually reminded me of when we went to City away last season, right? We made ourselves at home for 45 minutes at the Etihad last year. And if you remember, when Poch brought on Chalobah and told guys to sit back from mad early, that's when we ended up fucking losing that game. But overall, we were the better team. And today, again, we were the better team, bro. Yeah, we was keeping the ball well. We didn't give up our style of play. We was building nicely from the back. Nice patterns of play. But again, the final third, every single time we got to the final third, it's not quick enough to Madueke. It's in the air. You know what I mean? It's breaking down, and then now we're getting countered. But again, I'm seeing that defensively, the counter pressing has improved so much. It's improved so much, bro. Caicedo today, the way he was winning the ball back, Lavia today, these guys weren't able to get near him, bro. You know what I mean?
He's so good. He's so good on that half turn. Like whenever the ball just runs across it, he's just clean, isn't he?
Lavia's press resistance, awareness, ball carrying, just decision making, just top tier. This is a guy that hasn't played any football since City. Comes straight into this team and just looks like he's been playing for weeks. And I think, listen, Enzo, when he came on, he didn't change the world. And I'm still seeing Andre Santos at Strasbourg shelling out. So it's going to get uncomfortable if this season doesn't, and I mean serious now, serious improvement for Enzo. I don't know what people want to say it's the system or it's the position he's playing or the manager. I don't know how many more different variables or pieces of context we're going to have to add to this story before we actually start to demand some top performances. But until he starts putting some 8, 9 out of 10 performances together and not 6s and 6.5s, his position in this midfield is going to be very, very uncomfortable, because Lavia had a great preseason. If he wasn't injured, people would be calling for starts already. Caicedo was very good today. He set up both our chances. He's playing those passes that you want to see from Enzo Fernandez. He set up Jackson's, I think, shot for the when he hit the bar, and then he set up the goal as well. Set up the goal, and we know his mobility and his tackling interceptions way clear of Enzo. And then, like I said, you got Santos, who's looking like a proper box-to-box midfielder as well, who's actually...
Bro, I watched his game, Matisse. I watched his game, against PSG. He wasn't even... he was playing as a 6. This is what I'm saying. He plays as a 6 comfortably, and he plays as an 8 comfortably, bro. The way he intercepts the ball, the way he gets around the pitch, he can crash the box. His passing is good. Andre Santos, from the moment I saw that guy, I bought stocks. You know what I'm saying? I said, yo, this guy here is serious. Yeah. And next season, I don't want to see this guy getting loaned again because his name is now floating. What will happen is teams will start to look at him and say, yo, let's go buy him. Let's go slap 50 million down. And now it's profit time. You know what I mean? Now it's profit time. Yeah.
And the thing
I don't want to be
he's
seeing
got
that.
2.5 years left on his contract now. It's getting to that stage where he's going to come back and ask for big money and regular game time. And if you don't do it, you need to sell him. He's going to make a very uncomfortable conversation at Colwill next year. And that's maybe a conversation we can have at a later time, because what he's doing, he's making Joao Neves, who's £64 million, look like his right-hand man. And Vitinha looked uncomfortable against him as well. They just had more quality than Strasbourg.
Can I
That
ask
was the
you,
difference.
maybe I'm going mad, but people are saying Enzo was good when he came on.
I
I
thought he was
personally
okay,
Yeah.
What like
Okay.
No, but
what
it's
is,
like,
what is okay? When we didn't create any clear-cut chances apart from the dead ball situation where Vega gets the header and he puts it over the bar. We didn't create any chances since Liverpool.
Didn't the Palmer chance happen? The Palmer shot happened when Enzo was on the pitch. You know the
Which
one where he
Palmer
should have
shot?
passed it.
It
The
was,
one he
it
should
was
have
on
given.
the pitch, but Neto
Yeah.
made the run, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is with Enzo, right? And this is the problem with Enzo. He's not excellent defensively, and he's not an attacking midfielder. So everything he offers, we won't rate as highly as the stuff that we see from a Lavia and a Caicedo because it's so in your face. And those two should start ahead of him based on form. And I think they will going forward. It's just a matter of him breaking in. I thought he was okay to good today. I don't think he was bad, and I don't think he was amazing.
I think he was okay, but I think when we say he was good or he was very good, or I think we're just at this point cuddling and cradling and trying to find like positives and things to glow about, when really this is a player that's meant to be borderline world class. When we signed this player, he wasn't to come in and be okay and to be 6 and 6.5 and Lavia's better than him even though he hasn't played in months. He was meant to come in here and run this team from midfield, run games. So when you're going up against Jones,
he was though.
When he first came, he was. When he first came,
that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying right now, like in today's game, you're going up against Jones, Gravenberch, and I think McAllister maybe was on from that point, and he's coming back from an injury. Like, I'm sorry, you're not imposing yourself enough. You're just not. And I'm saying that because first of all, I'm not going to downplay how highly I rated him and how excited I was for him and what I thought I was going to see in terms of even corners, even crossing, even just chance creation in general. I thought we was getting a past master. I'm not saying we haven't got one, but he needs to actually show it. And if I'm speaking about Andre Santos right now, I'm putting him ahead of the pecking order than Enzo. So right now, if I'm being dead serious, Enzo is my 4th choice centre midfielder at this club. If Andre Santos is in this squad right now, I've got Santos ahead of him, I've got Lavia ahead of him, and I've got Caicedo ahead of him. That's just the God's
How much of this though?
Yeah, I think if you called him,
go on.
I was going to say it just feels like, because I like him as a player because of what we've seen in the past, right? But like, if anyone's calling what Camille was saying is good, we've seen him be the best player on the pitch against Liverpool literally a year ago. Like a performance that genuinely is worth waxing.
Yeah, that's the level.
I remember Chilwell had a goal ruled out. He set that up. Like, he was all over the pitch. Some of the skills. Like, we know how good that player can be, and that player starts for Chelsea every week. But we haven't seen that in a while, or we haven't seen any consistency of it. We saw it maybe FA Cup against Villa like 6 months ago.
But the thing is, we've also seen it this year, but we've seen it in small increments. Like Wolves second half, best midfielder on the pitch, changed the game completely. Brighton first half, he should have got 2-3 assists that we would have been using the montage over and over again. The problem is, in these big games, he's going to have to be sacrificed because he can't do the dog work that Lavia and Caicedo do, and they're so much better than him at that. It's Jorginho 2.0. Someone said it in the comments.
But that's the thing, though. Alexis, we've got a team right now full of quality, right? And Man City, they've been doing it for years, right? I don't know why people have this mentality of he costs 105 million, so he has to start every single game.
Mhm.
Agreed.
We know the
Agreed.
context.
Okay, I have to hold you there. I have to hold you. I
Go on.
know, I get what you're saying, because I wouldn't say he's a nailed-on starter. But when you do cost that kind of money, you are expected to be a starter. And if you're not, then I'm not saying it's his fault because he didn't pay for himself. But if you're costing that kind of money and you're not a starter, then we've done something very, very fucked.
Yeah, but Matisse,
Matisse,
you know what
sound very good.
Caicedo's 120.
Hold on, Alexis.
Caicedo's 120, and Lavia's at 70.
Do you know why I look at it? Do you know why I look at it a little bit differently though, Matisse?
I think they were all meant to play together in the plan.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
but I look at Enzo. I look at Enzo's situation a little bit differently. I don't look at him as a 105 million midfielder, bro. Because number one, I didn't even watch this guy at Benfica. The first time I watched him was in the World Cup, right? And for me, his market value at the time was probably about 50 million max. Yeah, 50, 60 million max. But we went over there in January and they didn't want to send him, bro. So we had to pay above their release clause. I understand the context behind it. If we waited till the summer, we could have got him for a lot cheaper. But now we're up against now we're up against Man City. No, we would have, Javon. We would have, because we wouldn't have to pay above the release clause. Right?
But the level of competition would have gone to that price anyways.
My point is, right? If we went in for him in the summer, whoever got him would have paid less than 105 million, but it wouldn't have been us because we had no Champions League. And would have been up against Man City, Real Madrid. All these teams would have wanted Enzo after the tournament he just had, right? My point is, regardless of spending 105 million, that's an L on the club. I don't give a shit about the money. For me, I care about the club more. Do you get it? And for me, like you're saying, Matisse, he is not in my best 11, bro. He's not right now. But I still look at his skill set, and there's games we can use him, bro. If we're playing a low block and he don't need to cover as much ground, he can start those games. Do you know what I'm saying? He can come off the bench against tired legs, like what he did today, right? There's certain games where you might start him because his form might have improved, like what Tobes is saying. He might be looking like the Enzo we saw against Liverpool last season, bro, right? But when people are trying to write him off now and, oh, that's it, he's finished. He's not finished, bro. Real Madrid would be loving Enzo right now because they haven't got Cruz. The problem with us, we don't use him like that. That's the issue. Do you know what I'm saying? We don't use him like a Tony Cruz. We use him as
a league issue.
He's meant to be an advanced
issue,
midfielder.
maybe?
We're getting into that territory where we're worrying, is it a league issue? Is it our setup? Is it the balance of the midfield? This is feeling very much, and to be honest, he's not even at this level, but this is feeling like Pogba with United, where it's like, there's talent, there's ability, in our opinion, we trust it, we see it, but there's so many variables now that are coming up. It's like, oh, we don't have this. Oh, it's not this. Oh, it's not that. Oh, it's not this. It's like, are we going to actually get what we asked for from this transfer and from this player? Or are we just going to sit here and come up with, not even conspiracy theories, but are we just going to constantly be asking questions and oh, it's this, it's that, it's this and that, when really we're trying to get back to a serious position and we need serious players in that team. End of story.
But the thing is, I don't think there's any shame being dropped for a Lavia and a Caicedo, right? All three of them, on any given week, either combination would be great. Like, it should be great on paper. Like, and it's good to have horses for courses. Like, today, I don't think it was a bad thing that he got dropped. Like, everyone treated it, oh, thank God he's dropped.
It's not, but Tony Cruz doesn't get dropped. That's the thing. Tony Cruz don't get dropped.
Tony Cruz did. Matisse, last year, Tony Cruz was getting dropped.
No. We're not talking about age 34.
You're talking prime. You're right.
This isn't prime Enzo.
Real Madrid.
This is 22-year-old, 23-year-old Enzo. Like this.
But do you remember what Tony Cruz was doing at 22, bro?
Yeah, but the thing is, my argument is we've skipped the whole. Remember, prior to coming to Chelsea, he had 6 months in Europe. And then we brought him into an environment where he was flourishing high on confidence. Then we went through the whole cycle of what we spoke about with Poch, where everything's bad. And now we've got a player where his confidence is obviously down. And even our fans, right, we're not happy with him at all. Like, a lot of people aren't happy with him. He's so polarizing. I'm not shocked that his performances are like this. Like, I think with time, he'll stabilize. It's just what you said. We paid 105 million. I want performances now.
The thing is, you're not going to see, unfortunately, people, we just need to firm it. We are not going to see the best of Enzo the way we're using him right now, right? If you want to see the best of Enzo, you play him as a deep line playmaker, right? You play him in that first phase and you invert Cucurella next to him. You invert Gusto next to him.
Where was he playing when he came on today? Where was he playing?
Bro, he was playing further up today, bro.
Yeah.
He was like floating. He was floating.
Caicedo took up the spot in the first phase.
Let me take a look at his heat map because this is the
I do think
this is the second manager in a row who's playing him a bit higher, and we all know defensively off the ball he hasn't. Yeah, but off the ball, bro, we know that he's not good in a tackle. He's not even really. He hasn't got the mobility, and he's not a ball winner. So if two managers on the trot are playing him a bit higher than we would like, we have to ask the reason why. Why is Enzo not playing in this deep line playmaker role that we expect him to play? Because last season when it was Poch, but they play a 3-man midfield in the World Cup. We play a 2. Now, when Poch was doing it, it was different because Poch was misprofiling Colwill, Chilwell, Maatsen. So I was like, do you know what? He's misprofiling too many players for me to be zoning in on, oh, Enzo is playing it. But now it's the second manager. This manager's profiled players very, very well. And we're still saying he's misprofiling Enzo. And we know Enzo off the ball, we can't trust. So what does that mean? Really? That's what's uncomfortable.
He's not playing well enough. He's not playing well enough. Like that is the reality. And the frustration lies in the fact that we know he can play better. Even that Liverpool game was under Poch. Like he wasn't in that role. So it's and also I do think the thing with because he's 100 million, you expect it. I also think he's basically the cover face of Chelsea's failure in the last 2 years, like by media or whatever. Because when we say about it's unacceptable that he's on the bench and he's 100 million, Darwin Núñez is 85 million who's on the bench. Jack Grealish doesn't start for City that much. Or I watched Mateus Nunes come on. I forgot he was even at City. He's at 60 something. But do you know what I mean? Like, those clubs have been more successful. We've had a rough 2 years where he's been that poster boy for what a waste of money Chelsea have to spend $1 billion, and it's all on him. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't. I feel like even though Caicedo for the first few months of his Chelsea career got unfairly slated and saying he's flopped and rubbish like that, like Enzo's always been that poster boy for that, and a bit like Pogba was for United to that degree.
Yeah.
As long as we don't win, he's going to be the person that takes the blame, regardless to how he's playing. As long as we are not in the top 4 in the Champions League as a serious outfit, regardless to his performances, unless he's putting up stupid GNA numbers, he's going to get the blame. And I think that's just the unwritten fact.
I don't know if it's like that. I'll be honest. I think for me, I've just seen improvement from Cucurella. I've seen improvement from Colwill. I've seen improvement from Gusto last season. I've seen improvement from Palmer. I've seen improvement from Madueke. I've seen Caicedo. I've seen Lavia now in little glimpses. I've seen improvement from a lot of players, and I rate this player, and I'm worried about this player because we listen, it's not a fun conversation, and some people are like, oh, don't talk about it. But like I said, Andre Santos, I need him in this squad next season. I'm not interested in profit for Santos. So we can kick it down the road and we can move on. But if he hasn't increased these performances to a level where he's one of the first name on the team sheet, he's going to drop to 4th in this pecking order. He is. And then he's gonna be like, well, I'm not playing 4th fiddle. That's not happening.
But we have to be fair though, because last year when we saw Colwill being used as a left back, we were never going to see improvement with him playing there. So we have to have the same energy for Enzo, because like I've said, he is not that guy, right? Bro, put it this way: I'd rather see Nkunku, Dewsbury Hall, Carney, Caicedo all playing that left half space over Enzo.
So would you play Enzo as a 6 in Jorginho's position?
Yes, that's where I'd rather play him. But if you play him there, you have to invert Cucurella next to him. You have to. Because for me, Cucurella's our best inverter anyway, right? And if Reece James is back, then Reece will have to drop into like a right centre-back role. We don't want him bombing up and down anyway, because his knees, like I said, they're wafers. They'll break if he just keeps going up and down. Yeah? So if you invert Cucurella next to Enzo, at least you've got a little bit of protection. So if he does lose the ball, Cucurella can help him out a little bit, right? And if you use him there, when it comes to offensively as well, because people forget, it's not just about defending. Yes, we know he's not the best defender, but we know that when he plays in that role, he's switching it to Madueke, he's switching it to Sancho, he's popping it through the lines. So we're going to score goals with him there because he helps us to attack a lot better. Do you know what I'm saying? But when you're playing him in that role further up, it just don't look right to me, bro. It honestly does not look right.
He looks uncomfortable.
He just looks uncomfortable. He looks uncomfortable, and you're never going to see him improve there. You're never going to see him improve there. You're asking him to do something. You're asking him to basically learn a new role. You're asking him to learn a new role.
What I would do, but what I would do, what I would do, because I like how Dan explained the setup. I would do the exact same thing, but just for a bit more coverage, I wouldn't push Caicedo that further forward. If you get what I'm saying, you know how Enzo has the second 8 beside Palmer now. I wouldn't even push Caicedo that forward. I would just kind of have him sit, and then Cucurella just inverts slightly behind him for a bit more defensive stability.
I got to jump in again. So now we're saying, and this is where we fucked up last time, because we built our midfield backwards under Sarri. We have to admit, we didn't have enough goal-scoring threat in that midfield, and we had a lot of deep-lying playmakers, and I'm mainly talking about Jorginho, and then the higher-up 8 is the defensive guy that needs to come and cover. We're now saying that Enzo needs an inverted fullback and Caicedo to sit alongside him to make this kind of 3-man flat midfield, and then when we don't commit enough bodies to the box to get goals, we're like, where's the bodies? This is where the bodies are. This is where the bodies
wouldn't
are.
say Caicedo. I wouldn't put Caicedo next to him as well. That's not. I wouldn't do that.
That's a lot.
I don't want Caicedo going that far. That's the thing. So, like I said to you before in the past, somebody has to hold bench, and Enzo just has to hold bench for now. If it doesn't fit the system, what are we gonna do?
Honestly, Javon, you're spot on.
We can't keep
you're not invited to the party.
Exactly. We can't keep forcing people in the starting 11 for bigger games. Some people just have to hold bench. And in different games, Enzo can play a role, and then he can develop his performance.
They didn't let Mudryk on the bus today.
And get in the front. Exactly.
They didn't let Mudryk on the bus today.
Exactly.
That was mad, isn't it? That was mad. Mudryk was building up a little. Yeah.
Think of it like this, yeah. We're paying 105 million over 8 years, bro. Yeah, we're doing up finance for my man. Yeah. So right now it's not even like we've given them the 105 million, because before that, if it does get moved on, it is where it is. You know what I mean? It is where it is. But for me, I have to be fair, bro. I don't like seeing players being played in positions where I know they're not going to develop as quickly as we need them to, right? And if he doesn't fit the system we're trying to build, hold bench. Start against low blocks where you ain't got to cover as much ground, bro. That's what we've got to do with him. Forget the price. I don't give a shit about the price, bro. I care about the ability more. Yeah, that price, he didn't ask to go for 105 million. We decided to pay that because we wanted him, right? But I told people before, he has one speciality, and his main speciality is how he dictates the game and his passing range. Oh, so you paid for a guy that can't do it all. Well, yeah, we did. We're up. We've got money, bro. We spend money because we make money. You know what I'm saying? We spend money because we make money. That's the facts of the matter, right? So we have to firm it, bro. That's literally the way it is.
It just feels like it's becoming a bit too specialized for him in regards to everything has to be so finely tweaked for him to perform. And I'm like, we used to have midfielders, and the chat are saying, oh, it's the Enzo blame game today. I'm not talking about Enzo today. I'm talking about Enzo from a wider perspective, because politically, this is one of our most important players at the club. Whether you like it or not, this guy is one of our most important players at the club. And the fact that he's coming off that pitch in his cameo and he hasn't played as well as Lavia is, in my opinion, a bit concerning, considering Lavia's just come off an injury. But my thing is with him is that it's becoming so specific that there's so many factors and things that need to be absolutely perfect for him to perform. And we come from an era, all of us watching Chelsea, where midfielders could do so much more. Ramirez, Essien, Lampard, Ballack, like midfielders that just were well-rounded, and they were successful.
Cesc even. How many
do you know what I mean? And I'm just like,
play?
But
the thing is, bro, it goes back to the squad building, because let's be real, if we had the sporting directors we've got now and they came in that January, because they didn't buy Enzo, innit? They wanted Enzo from the World Cup, right? They looked at him and said, yeah, we want this guy in our midfield. I honestly think if these guys were there, they probably wouldn't be looking at that sort of profile. They'll be looking at someone that's a little bit more industrious. Obviously, Enzo's quite technical, but a Swiss knife, because Maresca's spoken about it a lot of times. They want players that can do various things. And for me, Enzo is a niche profile. Yeah, he's a very niche profile. If you go look at it before he came to Chelsea, bro, they were talking about him as the Cruz replacement. And people say, oh, he's not as good as Cruz. I know that. I'm not saying he's better than Cruz or he's like Cruz or whatever, but they're a similar profile in terms of how they play. And like I've said, he might be useless to us. He might not be as good for us, but I promise you now, put him in that Real Madrid team right now, he will be balling out weekly.
Put him in the market tomorrow. Tell me the type of clubs that will come and look for him.
Top clubs, bro.
And this
I always say this. Top clubs.
top
Well,
class,
that's
and,
what's
and
so-
they will pay they'll pay a pretty 70 million for him, even in this form, because they'll say we'll get the best out of him. Don't worry.
Yeah,
We'll,
exactly.
And we've seen it. That's why it's so frustrating. Like I'm not going to erase, even though we want to erase that season with Potter, right? That last 6 months, I was just watching for Enzo. I was watching us, but I was like, I'm watching him. This kid's wicked. This guy, like some of the passes he was spraying about. That I remember the assist at West Ham, at Leicester, that flick he did over for Havertz. It was like, this guy is just wicked. His passing range is a joke. It felt almost second to none in the league. Like, we were looking at you going, oh yeah, maybe you could argue for De Bruyne or Enzo for the best passer in the league. That's how good he was looking. And that's why it's so frustrating, because you know there's a player in there. And like you said, if there'll be a big queue, the queue of clubs will not be, it won't be second rate, put it that way.
I've got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Against Palace, right? Towards the end, the boys looked rattled and shaken in like trying to create chances at the end. They looked a little bit lost. Today, at the end, did you not get the same feeling, as in they didn't know how to build up? They were caught in two minds. Do we do the normal build-up thing where we're slow and methodical, or do we pump it long? I feel like the injury time was very lackluster.
Yeah,
but Alexis, that's when you need a different profile off the bench, bro. That's when you need someone like a Mark Gill. That's where you need someone like a Husm, right, to come in and you just
hey, Mark Gill and Husm in the same sentence is dangerous. And I'm not even an Husm like lover, but to say Mark Gill when we're looking for equalizer, you better.
I'm not saying. The point that I'm making, Matisse, is that sort of profile. Someone that's physical, someone that's tall, someone that can head the ball. Because again, Jackson, yes, his heading's improving. He scored a couple headers against Villa, against Forest. He scored a couple against Brentford away, but he is not that guy to be trying to whip in the ball to, because that's what we resorted to in the end. We started to whip in balls. Palmer, he whipped it into Vega. I don't know what you guys think, but that was a very good chance for him to score. And then obviously Nkunku as well. You know what I mean? So we haven't really got that plan B, because when Nkunku comes on, he's more of a box striker rather than a link-up play striker, if that makes sense.
He's definitely not a winger. He's definitely not a winger. Yeah.
See, putting him off on the left and seeing the knock-on effect after that kind of shot my confidence.
Yeah, that killed me as well,
in trying to get anything out of the game, because the wing play was immediately nullified. The only thing we got was the crosses from Neto, and that was it. I would have rather seen Jackson on the left versus Nkunku, and then put Nkunku down the middle. The last time Nkunku scored against Liverpool, he was playing down the middle. So I don't know why. I cannot.
But to be fair, Jackson obviously got his goal, and he did have some nice. He does give Van Dijk and Konate problems, and I don't really feel like we created enough chances for Jackson to say, oh, he was in the wrong position. Like, we didn't create that much.
Jackson did what I dream about: one chance, one goal.
Yeah,
we didn't have the whole dance of like 4 chances. Oh, Jackson, what are you doing? He genuinely had one chance he created for himself, where he went, made a smart run, got the ball, tucked it in nicely, and wasn't offside. It was so nice to have one go in our favor.
You remember what we said last week, boys, about how, our second halves now, we come out and we know what we're doing, right? Once again, we come out and straight away we score, bro. Yeah. So I know we've got Newcastle next at home, right? I've actually, after today, watching today, we didn't have our best game, but I'm confident that we will go to Newcastle. Well, we'll play Newcastle and we'll see a much better performance. I don't see Maresca sitting around and expecting these lot to put out the same performance we saw today, bro. Yeah, we got sucker punch. That second goal they scored was a fucking sucker punch, because we scored. And then straight after, Salah did a world-class pass, bro.
We couldn't build any momentum after scoring that goal. We couldn't build up ahead of steam. We didn't get a run of play going. We didn't get even 5-10 minutes to say, okay, let's put the foot on the gas. Immediately, we crashed. And I think that's what did it for me.
I think that's also the subs as well, though, because losing Reece and Lavia did just take away a little bit. But I also just realised we're obviously venting a fair bit, and we haven't even mentioned, I think the main source of our actual venting for all of this, I feel, is we have a scarecrow in goal, and we haven't even touched on that. Like, let's be real. If we don't have a scarecrow in goal today, we're not doing this right now. We're all sitting there going, what a result. We did well today. We were good. We were solid. It's Lavia that wicked.
Yeah, we got a point.
I have a question for you guys. Do you think when we are coming up against this defense, do you think some of the boys are nervous in the attack? Because for some reason, I feel like we didn't get anything out of the attack. Like even when we were 1v1, 2v1, we look afraid. I get the feeling that we were afraid to really go at it.
Okay, but today
we got the better of a lot of people today, bro. Let's be real.
But today,
a lot of got the better of a lot of people, bruv.
We're going up against the best defense in the league.
Mhm.
That's what I said before the game. We do create chances in open play. We do have dangerous attackers, but we have to remember who we're going up against. It's Van Dijk, it's Konate. These two are rock solid. They're probably the best centre-back pairing in the league because they don't have the same level of protection that Arsenal do in regards to playing 4 centre-backs across the back line and 3 DMs in front. And that's been consistent all season in regards to their setup versus Arsenal's. And Arsenal have even been conceding goals at home to Leicester's and to Southampton's. They got a Trent at right back that people usually clown for defensive, stability, and he was actually
he looked good today, by the way.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was good.
He was solid.
He was good.
Back there.
But in terms of like who's usually more exposed, those centre backs get more exposure than Saliba and Gabriel, and those two are mad. They're mountains. They're mountains. So this is why even going punch for punch, I was like, it's not Klopp because he doesn't go gung ho slot. He will look to calm things down and be a little bit more, slower tempo. And then those centre backs versus ours. That's why when last week we are flirting with title talk and I'm moving people up and down on stage, I'm like, yo, hold on a second. Because Liverpool are a very easy team to dismiss. But Liverpool's spine is better than ours. And that's not coming 100%. From this fixture. That's coming from let's just be respectful of the years and years of
But that's the thing,
of us finishing below them. Their centre backs, Alisson in goal versus Sanchez. Don't even get me started. they had Kelleher in goal today. Alisson versus Sanchez in goal is the biggest mismatch you'll ever see in football. Their 2 centre backs. I'm sorry, we don't have those guys, right? In the air, attacking from set pieces, defending our box. It's not even a comparison. Salah, that's a bona fide world-class player. Palmer, I'd like to put as a world-class player, but I'm also biased, and I also recognize that he hasn't even done as much dirt as Salah in this game, and that's fair. But today he was anonymous. And then Trent is another one as well, and James is never available. So it's just how it is. That they are going to be in the top 3, and we are in a top 4 fight. And I said that last week, and I say it again this week. This game was unfortunately evidence that we are where we are. We're top 4, and that's our max. And we need to make sure that we get it because we shouldn't even assume we have top 4. We don't. Villa are there. Do you know what I mean? Villa are there. We need to respect
but the conversation, Matisse, was if we're still up there in January. That was the conversation because we all said here that right now top 4 is realistically the expectation that we have with the current team that we've got, right? But the conversation switched when we said if we're still up there in January and we can smell blood, we have to go for it. Yeah, we definitely have to go
as far as
my mentality is still staying the same, bro. Like I went into this game today, bro. I was respecting Liverpool. Like I've said, they've been the team that's been the most convincing out of all the teams, and they deserve to be where they are right now, right? But you had guys like Husm and that talking about they're gonna come smoke us and that, right?
Yeah.
Liverpool fans can't walk away today saying, yeah, we had it easy today. They know that game was tough. You know what I'm saying? That game was tough. That game today, in comparison to when we went there last year, is night and day, bro. It is night and day.
We didn't deserve to lose today's game. We didn't deserve to win it, but they didn't do enough to win it either.
You know what the problem was, guys? And
do you know why I disagree?
Tobes was right.
They limited us to chances, so I can't even say we deserve to get.
I think we had more chances than they did. I think, put it this way, the standards we hold Palmer to, I was shocked that he missed in the first half. If I'm honest, I was like, that's him. That's his bread and butter. The bit where he should have played Noni in that Alex brought up earlier in terms of the Wolves goal, that's a chance Palmer. Vega's header. When you look at Liverpool's chances, you go Pen, then the goal, which we are all looking at going Sanchez.
You're probably looking at Jones, Salah.
Jones has a good game today because he kept making that deep run. And we didn't, up to this day, we still didn't pick it up. To this minute, we still didn't pick it up.
It was poor. But like, as in, when you look at like chances and who was on the front foot in that game, like I think I come away. Put it this way: as much as we were talking about the title race, have a bit of a laugh with it last week, I came away from today's game looking at going, yeah, that gap's close between us and them. Like, and I look at Liverpool. Liverpool will come third. They're not better than Arsenal City. I know they're top currently. I don't think they are better than them.
I think they're better than Arsenal. And I think that spine cannot be underestimated. Matisse is spot on. That spine will carry them to results in games like this. When they're not meant to win, they'll win. But one thing, Tobes, you were right, and we need to crash it on that goalkeeper because he causes more problems when we're in possession than when we're out of possession.
True.
My heart cannot keep taking, those passes out the back. Gakpo nearly scored.
Right? And then he catches it like he didn't do nothing wrong. He's like, I didn't do nothing wrong. Nothing to see here.
And then there were like 3 occasions in the second half, left foot passes. He's trying to pass into the midfield. He passes it to their winger. And it's like, what are you doing? This consistently happens. And then Maresca comes out after the game and says, I thought you had a good game.
He might just be
what
protecting
game are we
him.
watching here?
He has to be protecting him. He has to be protecting. If
told
the
you guys.
entire fan base, the entire fan base is on Sanchez's neck. The coach has to protect him. I genuinely don't believe he believes that.
Javon, I showed you last week, bro. Jorgensen has been brought in. If you watch this guy back, right, he has specifically been brought in because he can do exactly what Maresca wants him to do. Everyone knows De Zerbi likes ball playing keepers, right? Valles and Jorgensen were on that list to go Marseille. I think they even bidded for Jorgensen for him to go Marseille. Then Chelsea came in. This guy on the ball is clear of Sanchez. Clear of Sanchez, bro. Sanchez today, those times, again, like I've said, he's getting the ball, just playing it straight into the midfield, bro. Under like barely any pressure. He's not even trusting himself to bring the ball down. Yeah. He's always a moment away from doing something stupid. Something stupid. Right? I'm just praying. I'm praying that on Thursday, when we play, Jorgensen puts out a performance where it's like, yo, we can't drop him. We can't drop him. I just want to see him playing because I was actually impressed with what I thought.
I'm praying Sanchez's hamstring goes. You know,
don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I'm dead serious. I want a
injuring
3-week
player.
cheeky injury, right? Just get him out the team, though. And then Petrovic came in and showed that he was a better keeper and kept his place. I am so tired of this keeper. Genuinely.
I just thought he was
consistently.
But
this is why I say we haven't solved the keeper issue, because for me, you shouldn't be going into the summer saying we're looking for competition. You should be looking for a first choice bona fide starter in goal.
Yeah.
If you're not doing that, you either rate Sanchez too highly or the market dictates you can't get better. Now, maybe the market does dictate you can't get better. I'm not saying the goalkeeper market's at its brilliant best, but at the end of the day, this goalkeeper is always going to have bozo moments. He even almost cost us before the whole second goal situation by dilly-dallying on the ball at the back, and we nearly paid the price. I'm looking at this from a title contending perspective. He is not a title contending goalkeeper. So he might be fine for this top 4 fight, and I hope he is, but we'll see. But even after the top 4 fight is said and done, we need a title contending goalkeeper. We have been blessed with goalkeepers at this football club in the name of Petr Cech and Courtois. We do not need to lie, or we do not need to pretend that this brother is on the level of what is required to be a Chelsea top goalkeeper. We just don't need to do it. We've actually seen top goalkeepers. It's not like Tottenham where you've been playing about, and I'm doing this to you, Toby, I'm afraid, but it's not like Tottenham where you've been playing about with your Vicarios and your Gomez and your Hugo Lloris and all these other goalkeepers. Paul Robinson and all these. Maybe they had Brad Friedel at a point. Like
Casey Keller and all that.
Yeah, we've actually had top goalkeepers. So why are we confused?
I find it mad. Like it's actually wild that we're in the situation that we're in, and also it's kind of fitting. I think you're right. We're playing. It has to be It has to be the moment though.
Hey.
It's Alisson and Van Dijk vibes. What Liverpool did when they transformed, and you had Karius chucking them in his own net in the Champions League.
Right.
That's what he do. That's what he do.
Yeah, man. We're in that little bit where it's like. We just, like the barber's about to finish your shape up, Matisse. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's about to finish the shape up.
And he scrapes you.
Yeah. You know what I mean? He scrapes you, cuts you or something. Sanchez is a cut at the back. You know what I mean? I agree. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, it's incomplete right now, isn't it? Like I said, for me, I think Jorgensen was a good buy. Hopefully, we start to see him get more opportunities, isn't it? Because just when it comes to ball playing, he will help us play a lot better. And I've been saying this from the moment we bought him. I said, I can see this guy helping us play a lot better because he's similar to Edison, but his shot stopping is not the best. It's not the worst. It's good enough to do a job, but his ball playing ability, you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about when he comes in, bro.
Yeah. I mean, Anita, how do you feel about that game? Some people feel like we deserve to get a draw. How do you feel?
Hey, I'm happy, you know. I'm all right. Like, I feel like everyone is a little bit down bad about it, and I get it. Like, I get it. Just the other week, I was telling people we're gonna win the league, but it's fine. I was joking anyway. A couple people mentioned it. I was joking. I was just a little bit gassed in it. That's all. But honestly, I'm satisfied with how we play. I do feel like we were robbed, especially of a penalty. But I think you guys have spoken about that already. We'll definitely deserve the penalty. But the way we played, the way we handled it, I was actually quite satisfied. I do think we dropped off towards the end. There's a particular individual that you guys haven't really mentioned. And obviously, he's the king of Chelsea, innit? And I love Cole Palmer. I love him to pieces. I want to make that known and I want to make that clear. Yeah. But today was a day where I needed him to step up a little bit because it just felt like everyone around him was trying a little bit too hard. So when Pedro Neto came on, he did everything that he could to get into the final third, but it just wasn't happening for him. Madueke was doing Madueke stuff for the entire game. And Cole Palmer he seemed to just disappear. And in games like this, I just wanted him to step up a little bit and just do a little bit more. He's the only person where I think, yeah, I wanted more from you today. I think everybody else gave it their all. Reece James, his cameo was sensational. I think we definitely missed Cucurella today, 100%. But Malo Gusto, again, another decent-ish performance. Caicedo, masterclass performance today as well.
Yeah.
The only person in that team, apart from Sanchez, I don't talk about that man, but the only person in our team that truly let us down today was Cole Palmer. And obviously we can give him a bly because he's the best player in the team, right? And he's pulled out so many performances for us, which is cool. But we shouldn't let it slide because we need to see that consistency throughout the season, especially for big games. Because we're gonna get we've got Arsenal coming up soon. We can't have another performance like this from our best player. Do you get it? So, yeah, man. Other than that, I'm actually all right. Like I feel like robbed of a point, 100%. I don't think we were gonna win this match. Not because of Anfield, not because of the Anfield hoodoo or whatever people keep talking about when it comes to that place. No, but purely because our best player was just not on it today. And that's just what happens when you go up against the best teams. But yeah, that's my answer, man. I'm all right, man. Hey, it's still what?
Where were you to be all right? Because you clearly, I might have to send you in for the next Big Six watch along. Because if you was with Tobes today, you wouldn't be all right.
Can't get me. Toby can't get me.
But Anita, you know what it is though.
Goalie out of here.
Anita, you're speaking facts about Palmer. That we know Palmer wasn't at his best today. But the main positive I can take out of it is that we weren't even at our best. We've seen our team play better, and we still held our own. We still managed to hold our own against. I'll be real. I think Liverpool right now are the best team in the league, bro. Yeah. I think they're the best team in the league. Man City on the transition. I watched them earlier against Wolves. Wolves were getting at them, bro. Yeah. And then Arsenal as well. Yo, you already know that negative Bin Laden football, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they didn't get away with it yesterday. Right. So right now, bro, Liverpool, I can't lie. They're the best team in the league. I'll be honest with you. From what I've seen so far, I've seen enough.
Do you know what?
I've seen enough to see that they're the best team in the league, bro.
But that's mad, isn't it? Because even Liverpool, when you play them today, it doesn't feel like they're like special, but they just have the edge. They have the edge to just get over the line. And it's not like we had no chance or we couldn't have got a result. Like we could have easily got a result today if we just patterned up in a few places. But Liverpool, this is what they do this season is they get results. Do you know what I mean?
It's just what Sanchez does, though. Like that's what I'm looking. I just did not come away with the conclusion that I was like, yeah, Liverpool really deserved that win. I saw two goals where I go, it's a poor penalty for us to give away. I saw a well-worked goal from our side with Caicedo, good run from Jackson, and then I watched Sanchez be a coward. Like you were saying off Herman's, he turns his back when he goes into that challenge. He doesn't dive on the ball when Jones took a touch. I don't understand why he took a touch, but he did.
Like, 3 yards out from goal, he had time to take the touch, and then
that's what I mean.
Like scuff it past him.
Like, is that to do with Liverpool being really good? I don't think it is. Like,
but at the same time, when you look at the teams that win Premier Leagues, right, and they have these games where they don't look like they're at their best, but they're still scraping the wins, they're still getting the 3 points. That's what makes you a champion. Do you get it? So that's why I'm just like, I think they're the best team in the league because they are getting away with murder sometimes. They are throughout the season, they've been getting away with murder. Where Man City have fallen, where Arsenal have fallen, Liverpool somehow seem to pick it back up. Obviously not against Nottingham Forest, but they seem to pick it back up in other situations. So I don't know.
I wouldn't even say they've been getting away with murder. I wouldn't even say they've been getting away with murder, bro, because like
I don't know.
There's certain games, yeah, like they haven't performed well in like a half. Like for example, Ipswich, the first game, they weren't good in the first half. That was Ipswich's first game in the Prem. Obviously, it's going to be tough, tight ground as well. Against Palace the other day as well in the second half, Palace were running at them, but again, Liverpool didn't allow them to create any clear-cut chances, and that's what Liverpool have been doing well this season, bro. They haven't been allowing teams to create a lot of good chances against them. Like, that's Forest. What Forest did to them was on the counter, and it needed a bit of brilliance from Hudson-Odoi. Other than that, I'm not really seeing teams getting through on goal, like running past Van Dijk and Konate and that. They're making it very, very hard for teams to do that. And under Klopp, you were seeing it a lot because they're highlighting. They're open. They're a lot more open. That's why for me, I'm saying they're a lot more balanced now, bro. Slot has actually upgraded them, bro. Let's just say it. He's actually upgraded them a little bit low key.
This is why when you look at this game, for me, they need more credit. Like, this is why in my title of my review, I said we got what we deserved. Nothing. We didn't deserve to win that game. And I don't feel bad for us that we didn't get a point, because the referee was just as egregious to them as he was to us. And then when you look at how they limited our best player to nothing, that was Cole Palmer's most quiet performance in the Chelsea shirt since he's joined us. That needs credit. Trent locked up Sancho. That needs credit. Their centre-backs outside of the goal, that needs credit. We had no big chances outside of the goal we scored and the Vega header. And this is a Chelsea team that have the third most open play chances created in the league. So Liverpool have to get credit. And just because we had a bit of possession and we looked decent in the middle third and we did a bit of foreplay, that's probably okay for them because McAllister, their best passer, is on the bench. He is. So they're not going to dominate possession with Szoboszlai. That brother was anonymous as well. But they just said, okay, you can have a bit of the ball and we'll just play, manage the game. They still had more chances than us in terms of big chances. They had more big chances. They had more shots on target. They tested our keeper more than we tested theirs. They could have got another penalty. They could have had a sending off on our side. Could have, you know, it could have been worse. So I don't really feel like, I don't really feel like 2-1. I don't really feel like a loss for us is like egregious or like a shock. I feel like we saw what happened and they are a better team back to front.
I think what it is, this game, as much as we've lost, ironically, more people now are starting to look at Chelsea and say, do you know what? It's not just the fact that they've played lesser teams than that. These guys are actually good. There's still a lot of people that are in denial that we've improved a lot. You know what I'm saying? Massively.
We'll be a good team. We'll be a good team if the next two games, United and Newcastle, we get 6 points. If we get 6 points from the next two, then we can start saying, you know what? Yeah, top four is a realistic. Like, we're gonna get top four and talk with our chests out.
Wait, have we got United before Arsenal?
I'll go through the fixtures. Let me to go through them.
It's new. It's Partheniakos, Newcastle, United, Arsenal.
Noah's Ark, then Arsenal.
Yeah, that
Noah's Ark game. I don't want to see a single player that I recognize in that Noah's Ark game. You better pull up with I don't know, under 23s. It's a big that Arsenal game. I need something. Our record against Arsenal recently is not on.
Are we at home against Arsenal, right?
Yeah, we are at home. Yeah.
I need Bukayo to have the night off as well.
I need Martin Odegaard
to have the night off.
Am I crazy for saying that I kind of need us to beat Arsenal? You know, I'll be honest.
I'm on my last.
I'm not even fucking about.
Bro, I'm on my last legs when it comes to us facing Arsenal. You know, ever since Lampard that December ruined my Christmas, bro, ruined my New Year. I'm telling you, I need a dub. I need it.
So this Liverpool game, I came into it very. I'm not gonna say sheepish, but I came in very respectful because I did think a point was a good result. I'll take a point, but I'll be honest. Newcastle United and Arsenal. I'm not gonna go into those games with anything other in my head than let's get wins.
It's more so Matisse. It's more so Manchester United for me.
No, I haven't changed.
I know you've changed. You know you have changed because you don't want no sandwich no more. You want fish and chips now. Now you want fish and chips.
Bro, I'm a very competitive individual, bro. I can't come away from
I'm
games
dead.
with no wins, bro. Like
No.
today I've had to sacrifice my kind of my pride. I have had to let it go. With Grizz, you know, tomorrow I'm gonna have to let it go. With AGT, I'm gonna have to sacrifice. But I'm not a sacrificial lamb. I am not a sacrificial lamb, brother. I'll be honest.
Grizz is a real one. Grizz is a real one because I promise you tomorrow he's not gonna come and cook you. He's gonna come because he's actually been respecting Maresca and saying he likes what Chelsea are doing.
He shook my hand. He's that guy.
He's gonna come and literally say, "Yo, I can tell Grizz is gonna come and say Chelsea are forced to be reckoned with soon."
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. That's what he's gonna say.
Yes. Do you think Robbie's gonna
No,
shake?
but
my
I
hand?
don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that because they don't fear us. When they're nice like that to us, they're small boying us.
Yeah.
I want them to hate us. I want them to talk about us the way we talk about Arsenal right now. I want every single one of them to hate us. I want Tobes rattled. I want him shouting in people's faces, threatening to blow up an airport because he's that angry at his team lost. You know what I mean? Like, I need him. I need people hating us. And
but we've got games to do that.
I know.
No one hates us.
I know you guys. I know you guys are looking towards Arsenal, but I'm not looking past Manchester United. I need that 11-year streak broken, and I want to embarrass them. I want a performance. I want a performance.
We need to be the final nail in Ten Hag's coffin and then go into that Arsenal game. And the thing is, it's like we would have had that win against Arsenal last year, but again, who was in goal, booting it to Rice when we were completely in charge of that game? It's like, he's genuinely this. I can't do like more years of this. We did it with Kepa for how long?
Right, listen, and Kepa's still contractually obliged to be here. He signed an extension. So don't think that brother's disappearing. He's going to
he got a clean sheet yesterday, so the bag of crisps that will be on offer for him in the summer, that will be enough.
No, listen, you're right. You're right, bro. And Tobes is backing it. Like when Grizz is little broing you, it's very clear. Because he did this with Arsenal and Arteta. He little broed them, and then as soon as they were serious and they were taking positions off them, then he started to hate them. So that kindness, we shouldn't take it as too friendly. It is a little bit of a pat on the head and say, listen, know your role. And yeah, for me, it's just because Liverpool, they're not as big a presence on social media and in London. Man United are a presence in London and on socials. Arsenal are a presence in London and in socials. Like, I'm not really fucking about with them games. I'm very serious. Like, my head will go if we lose to Man United at Old Trafford. My head will be gone.
Bro. I don't want to draw there. I don't want to draw. I want to beat these gooners as well, bro. Because I'm tired. I'm honestly tired of these gooners, bro. Honestly, they just need to be humbled, bro. Yeah, their team. Some of these lineups I'm seeing their bench. If that was us, I told you, Matisse, last week. If that was us with that team, we are getting cooked, bro. Yeah,
They used to call us boring under Mourinho, and you're like, you sacrificed everything you thought was your club's identity to not even win anything. At least if we were boring, we were good at winning trophies. Like they're not even winning anything, and they're boring.
We owned it, but Tobes, we owned what we were.
Exactly. We were like, we owned it, and we won the league.
They don't own it. They try to describe how they play as if they play some fantastic, brilliant football that's so attractive to watch, when it's really not that, bro. It's really not that. And they better pray Saka comes back quickly. They better pray Odegaard and that come back quickly. Because you're going to be looking at Raheem the Dream again to save you. All these, man. Yeah? Havertz, no one to link up with yesterday. Right? Marino in the 10. Like, what is going on here, people? Yeah?
You know what? We should pay Sterling more, I'll be honest.
Oh, no. Don't do that now. Don't do that shit now. When I said this shit, no, fuck no. When I was happy as hell, and I said, let this motherfucker go to Arsenal. Yeah, I said, oh, come on. He's gonna help him. We're not taking the blood clot. Everybody get him a pass about 3 yards. You're mad. No, don't backtrack now. I'm the only one that gets to celebrate Sterling's downfall. Ironically.
And what's so funny about it as well, because they were like, oh, we got a fantastic deal from Chelsea. You know, Arteta's gonna change his life. I looked at it completely differently. I said, bro, we made a mistake by giving this guy 325. You're helping us pay towards that mistake. Yeah. So we're not paying 325 right now. We're actually paying 225 because you're paying him 100k a week, which is actually helping us.
Did change his life. Did you see his uncle belly now? Have you seen his belly? They took a side profile picture and Arsenal's admin put up. He looks like he's 3 months pregnant, bro. Calm down, Sterling.
He put a video out when he signed, when he was like, "You're going to see the real me now." Where?
Yeah, but
like,
That is
are
the
we
real
seeing
him.
the real him? That's what I'm saying. We're
This is the
seeing
real him. This is the
Chelsea.
real him. This is the
The
real
problem
him.
is
Yeah,
he's
because
our
he's
problem
done
in
this.
6 months' time. He is our problem in 6 months' time.
No, man, he'll
Yeah,
be
let's,
gone.
let's
Once
enjoy
again,
the
He'll be
6 months then. Let's enjoy the 6 months.
Like Sterling,
for
he
now.
will get another move, even if it's another loan. Just get him out of the club. Get him out of the club. How long has he got left on his contract? Is it 2 years?
many
Many
It's
more.
like 2 years. It's like 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
Something like that. Yeah,
Two
man.
years.
I think the
too
only
many,
reason
man.
why he left on loan was because Maresca stated his decision pretty late in the window, so there was not enough time. We have a
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
2
yeah,
months to get rid of him. He's gone. He's gone at the start of next season.
100%.
It won't be a Lukaku situation for sure. He's gonna go, bro.
Well, if he
Do
wants
you
to
not
even
think-
sniff at that World Cup squad, then yeah, he will have to go.
Yeah.
No, man, him
So,
gone, man. Him gone. Him not there.
We're going to Greece on Thursday, and then
Yeah.
it's Newcastle at home.
Yeah.
We've won 1 out of 4 at home this year.
Is it?
Our
None
home
in the
record.
league, yeah.
Our
None
home
in the
record
league,
is
right?
mad.
I don't know,
Yeah.
Brighton.
Brighton.
One.
Right, and
One,
that's it. We
right.
drew with Palace.
Brighton.
We lost to City. And
Yeah.
we drew with Forest.
We've won 1 at
Yeah.
home this year. So that needs to be a win all of a sudden. Otherwise, the table is going to start looking very spooky.
Yeah, do you want me
And
to go
I've
through
still
the
got
table?
PTSD.
Yeah. Go on to the
Table is currently we're sixth, 1 point ahead of Tottenham. And that is mad because Tottenham have been a bit of a madness this season with the start they
Picked
had
up
in.
form though. They have
Yeah,
picked
they
up
picked
form
up form a
recently.
little bit. Yeah,
We have got
It-
Liverpool and City done.
yeah.
Those are gone now.
We're 1 point behind Brighton, our transfer window rivals, in fifth, and Villa are 3 points ahead of us in fourth. So, yeah, top four is always going to be back and forth, and it's always going to be fine margins in terms of if you lose even a game, you've gone from fourth to maybe sixth or seventh, and you're like, whoa, shit. So, yeah, man, we need to walk before we can run. And this top four fight, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. This needs to be dealt with swiftly. Do you know what I mean? I want to be
It's one of
sitting in
those we
March.
need to get.
But so here's the thing. Why I might be crazy and a little bit delusional. I feel like after the next 7 games, there's gonna be a gap between the top 4 and the rest. If we can somehow pick up 9 points from the next 2 games, I think that puts us
9
between-
points for the next 3 games. That's a big,
3 games.
that's a big ask. I think there's a guaranteed gap between top 3 and the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top 4, nah. Top 4 is gonna
Nah,
be like this the whole
There won't be a
season.
gap.
I-
There won't be a
I
gap
agree.
for top 4. There won't be a
you know
gap.
what?
Us,
Not now.
I'm backing our team. I think we're gonna put a gap between them.
Not
Us,
now.
Villa
We
and
might
Spurs.
put, we might put a
Yeah,
gap later,
yeah.
but not right now. There will be no gap now. I promise you. No gap.
Us, Villa and Spurs is going to flip a lot, isn't it? Like we
I
know
think
that.
I think we beat
yeah.
Newcastle. I think we beat United, and I think we get a point against Arsenal or a win against Arsenal. I'm calling it now. Can't be crazy.
Anita
about
just
it.
twist her
Right,
hair
man.
back a little
I
bit.
was
just
waiting. I was like,
leaning
All
like,
right,
yo,
cool.
go on.
If it happens, all right, I'm not saying nothing. We're
Nah,
getting,
say,
we're
say.
getting.
Yeah, but bro,
It-
7 points. 7
Hey.
points doesn't make a gap. We're 3 points behind Villa right now. That 7 points ain't gonna make a gap.
Well, let me pull up Villa's next games.
When do we have
They're
Villa?
dropping
All
points.
right, let me tell you now. Villa's next game, home to Bournemouth, away to Tottenham, sorry, and then away to Liverpool. So yeah, it's tough, but
it's tough.
like there won't be a gap. What,
For
2
us,
points ain't a gap?
I also
We're
think
gonna have
for
a
us,
gap.
it's a matter of getting through these hard fixtures because now we've got these 3
Mhm.
that are hard on
Mm.
paper. And
All right,
then
let
it's
me
the
change
little when these little teams come around, we need to start beating them.
Mhm.
It
By the
can't
end of
become a
December, there'll be a
consistent thing
gap.
where the Palaces and the Forests come to Stamford Bridge and we're dropping points.
Yeah, no. It's
Imagine if after this run, Reece is still playing though. Then we'll be a bit like, okay,
Oh,
so
bro.
Oh,
Hey.
bro,
you know, because even though it's only minutes
enjoy the
away,
45 minutes. Just enjoy the 45 minutes, bro. We're gonna go negative with this shit. Leave this man alone, man.
if he's imagine if he actually stays fit, like today he looked wicked. Like he didn't look like he missed a beat. Lavia obviously didn't either, but like those are 2 players we haven't had this season, other than Lavia for City.
Mm.
We will get better with them. Like
He might
All
not
right, so,
play.
Reece
but
is
do
like-
we think they're gonna stay fit?
He's
No,
playing
no,
one
I
of
don't
them a
trust
week.
Reece.
We're not
No,
gonna see
but-
this man until
no.
Newcastle. So he'll be fit, man. Come on, man. Stop being down.
Hey, Reece is that long distance relationship. You know, you see him once every 6 months. Everything's great, and then you can board that flight. Come on.
The physiotherapist is the person they tell you not to worry about. That's where it is. And really, you know, he enjoys the physiotherapist. You know what I mean? They have a nice massage, they have a nice time over there. And you think that you got a solid relationship, but really, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? He might go back. We need to be careful. We need to be
I
very
saw
careful.
someone say, Reece, like when Reece James was announced as starting, this must be what it's like when women's husbands came back from war. Like, it genuinely does feel like that. We just lose him for such like long chunks of time, and then we get little snippets of him,
Hello,
and he's
bro.
back up again.
Oh my days! Listen,
Really?
I was shocked. I was shocked that he started today. So the fact that he's come out of that unscathed, is he in the Conference League squad? He is, isn't he? So we don't.
No,
play him for that.
he won't be
Nah,
playing.
nah,
I
nah,
promise
nah,
you.
nah.
Maresca said it's one game
He
a
can't
week.
play. He can't play more than 2 games a week, bro.
One game a week.
More than one
One
game a
game
week.
a week. So we're not going to see him till Newcastle. He'll be fine. He's
Sorry,
starting
the
against
best part of
Newcastle.
Maresca's expression was they asked him, "Oh, do you think Reece can do the Gusto role?" He goes, "Let him stay fit first."
People are
reaction was,
saying
"Let him."
people are saying these are extreme analogies. If he gets injured one more time, this whole chat is gonna be saying sell him, terminate relationship. I'm not waiting till you get back out of jail. I'm not waiting till you get back from army.
You
I'm
lot
not
ain't
waiting,
loyal, man.
bro.
Come
I'm
on,
telling you
man.
now,
Where's the
this
loyalty?
whole chat is gonna be saying terminate the relationship.
Nah.
So don't say nothing's extreme. Don't, because you lot are impatient, and I know you are. I know you lot haven't got the patience. I know you don't.
Nah,
One more.
listen, I'm on my last chance as well, though, Matisse, man. Because like, as much as I love Reece, bro, if you're never available, like your ability is redundant to me, bro. Like, you just, I never see you. I never get to enjoy you, bro. It's like, what's the
but
point
then
of you?
You get
What is
rid,
the
you get
point
rid
of
of, you get rid of Reece. Yeah, you have Augusto, who's probably half as good as Reece. Who you bringing in? Like, come on.
Yeah, but do
I
you?
would
Who
I
here's
would
gone through a
rather
long?
keep him.
Who here's actually had a long distance relationship?
No,
Well,
but-
you can't
Me.
upload
Me.
comps,
Me.
done text, Netflix,
but-
comps,
We
Yeah, but
Video
Anita,
chat.
Anita,
Video
Anita,
chat.
highlights.
And this
Come
is-
on, man.
Go back and
Yeah,
watch
but
the
the thing is-
Champions League.
Skype. Come on.
Yeah,
let's
go back and
be-
watch Champions League, man.
Yeah, but let's break it down. Obviously, we've all got an emotional attachment to Reece because we know when he's playing and he's at his best, he's world class. We know this,
Yeah.
right? But the problem that you've got is right now, as he is, when he's not fit, and Gusto, because Gusto picks up injuries as well, it's now Disasi time. Yeah, I do not like Disasi at right back. I hate it. Yeah,
Scary.
Achimpong's not getting. Achimpong's not going to get any opportunities as it seems right now. So me, I listen. I love Reece, but I love the club more. Yeah, if it's best that he's moved on because he can't stay fit, it is what it is. Because the thing about Reece, he doesn't get injured for 3 games or 2 games. He's gone for months. Yeah, and then when he comes back, he's in training for time, and you're thinking, yo, is this guy going to get injured again? We enjoy him for 2-3 games, and then he's gone again. Right? I saw a crazy stat.
Those line-breaking passes today.
He's missed. I'm seeing a stat earlier. He's missed over 140 games for Chelsea, and he's only played about 140 games for Chelsea. Do you know how mad that is, bro? Yeah. All the time, these Liverpool fans love to crash it on us about Reece. Yeah, Trent's better because we can't say anything because he's never there.
Yeah.
He's never there.
It was getting to the point where people were looking for a backup for Gusto.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know how mad that is.
But Achimpong is that backup, and if these Real Madrid links are even a little bit true, watch people lose their heads. If Achimpong, because Achimpong right now we haven't seen a lot of him, but when Real Madrid come in for someone, people will immediately rate that person, regardless of whether they played or not. So it's easy now to be like, oh, Achimpong, just wait your turn. But if Real Madrid actually are serious about their interest, people are going to be a lot more like, oh, I don't know what to do. This is a bit sticky. This is a bit uncomfortable. But the fact that Reece can come into this team like that and start at Anfield and play that well, apart from maybe the goal, that is kind of crazy. That just goes to show the level of player we're dealing with. This guy comes into Anfield first game and just plays well. That's crazy. Doesn't even look out of place.
They didn't look out of place at all. They both looked fully match sharp, healthy. And it was 50 minutes of, yeah, we're here. We're taking them off. It's pre-planned. I'm actually so happy they did it as well. None of this, risk it 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes. Nope, we have a plan. Get off the pitch. Because they just take us to another level. We genuinely are so much better with both of them in the team.
Yeah. No, I agree with you completely. It's just whether or not they can be in the team consistently. Because I feel like, yeah, we can see how good they are as players, but we also have to manage them, look after them, same way we've done with Neto and Nkunku, and that creates rotations and inconsistencies and whatnot. We are coming towards the end, chat, but I want to ask on the Panathinaikos game, Who do people want to see? Like, who's an absolute must for that game? Who do you have to see?
The
Modric.
entire B squad.
Joao
Entire
Felix.
B squad.
Basically, the 11 we've been
Wow.
seeing.
Yeah.
The entire B
Yeah.
squad. Don't change nothing.
Okay.
The 11 we've been seeing in that squad has to start now.
I have to ask. Enzo start.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Because Lavia can't
Newcastle,
start.
Newcastle,
Bill-
yeah.
Yeah.
Build some confidence and some performance, please. Get to a level, please.
I think the team will be Jurgensen, Gusto, Disasi, Badiashile, Vega, Enzo, Drewsbury Hall, Felix, Neto, Pedro Neto,
Nkunku.
and Nkunku. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Nkunku and then Mudryk. I think the team picks itself.
The B
It's
squad.
basically the B squad plus
Yeah.
Enzo.
But this is our toughest group game, by the way. This is our toughest.
This is. Do you see who we have on the B squad? What?
Yeah, I'm just saying this is our toughest group game. So
Hey,
this is the
Matisse,
only game where there might be
I
like
respect your commitment. I did not look at the teams we're playing in that team. When I looked at that table of 36, yeah, I didn't know half of them. I thought it was a Scrabble game. I was like, yeah, this isn't working.
wow.
I was like, I'll tune in when we get out of the group and the last 16 starts.
Mad.
Realistically, yeah, if this is our toughest game, they should still be beating them. Look at
Yeah,
the
100%.
names that you've just mentioned. If they don't beat them, they can get sold, man. They can get the heck out of here. I'm done. We're gonna beat them. It's calm. Field anyone, it's calm.
I
Mad.
just want to see the B squad, straight up B squad.
Yeah.
Matisse, when you
With
start
Carney,
finding the
with
logos
Carney
here for
making
the
a
teams,
cameo, of course.
Mm.
beg you send me them because I need some PNGs as well. I'm struggling.
Do you know what it
It's
is?
gonna be fun.
Because we can't rest against Newcastle in the cup.
Mhm.
Back to back Newcastle, they have to be
No,
strong. Actually,
Would
do you
you
know what?
start? Would you start
Newca-
Sancho
That's
after today? Like, what would you guys? That's what I mean.
what
like,
for the A team. Let's see how Mudryk plays
yeah, for
against
either of them.
Panathinaikos.
That's what I mean.
Well, let's
But like,
for
is
me-
Neto
or
in
Neto.
ahead of
Why are you talking
Sancho?
about Mudryk?
Because Neto was good
Neto.
today.
No,
Okay.
I'm saying I want to see Mudryk against Panathinaikos,
Mm.
and then Neto will play as well, and then maybe you're even bringing both of them into the Newcastle team. I don't know. Is like Madueke guaranteed to start against Newcastle? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep his place.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought it was good
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, he was
Right.
good
Yeah,
today.
I don't
It
think-
was one
Exactly.
of our better
I'm just
attacking
saying, like,
bad thing.
if Neto gets a hat trick against Panathinaikos,
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter?
Madueke starts. It
Alright.
doesn't matter.
No.
I think it matters for Sancho's side.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Madueke did enough today, but
Yeah.
Okay.
Sancho was.
Yeah, for me,
But
I'm just.
I
thinking,
also don't like this. He plays in Nkunku because he knows he can score goals. He doesn't play him where he scores the goals. This is what frustrates me. It's like we're shoehorning him in, and I don't like it. He's not a left winger. Like, he looks so uncomfortable there. Like, either play him in the 10 or play him as the 9. Don't bring him on otherwise, just to look like
Today,
a lost puppy.
I felt like Maresca didn't want to make the hard decision to pull Jackson and Palmer off. To
Palmer
give.
should have come off today. Like,
Definitely.
if we're
You
being fair.
can't take.
Come on.
What if there's a free kick
You
on
can't,
there?
yeah.
You just can't.
You could
take
just have a
Palmer.
moment. You could just have a moment. That's what your best players do. They could just have a moment.
And
Like
everybody
today,
was so quiet
You know
today.
what?
so
And
bad.
we have quality or potential quality on the bench.
what would you have
I
brought
get
on
it.
Felix?
Yeah, I would have given him
No.
around 10 minutes. Give him 10 minutes. Already losing the game, anyways.
Do you know what?
I just
Keep
you
on-
can't.
He
Keep
was
on
so
Palmer,
quiet
but play what's his name? Play Nkunku where he needs to be played. Keep on
Essentially,
Palmer.
yeah.
Shift Palmer to the right. We've seen Palmer play on the right wing enough times.
That too.
Keep Neto on the left. Play Nkunku through the middle behind Jackson, and something could have worked. Because I was confused when I saw Nkunku on the left. He doesn't play well there. And I hope to God that Maresca starts to make good decisions, because lately I've been taking things off on my list and it's pissing me off.
Even management. I can't lie. Before
Game
Forest,
management is not great.
before Forest, Anita, yeah, before Forest, I thought he made some good subs, but they were a little bit
Forest,
too
we
late.
were winning.
No, what I'm saying, that's my point. That's my point. I said, sorry, the Forest game was the last time that I would probably say I criticized him before today, because I thought the subs were a little bit too late. But 3 games in a row, I was actually bigging up his in-game management. Against Bournemouth, he brought on Sancho and Nkunku. We won the game. Against West Ham, to take off Palmer and Jackson that early was very good. Yeah, you've won the game. Let's just manage it out now. And then what other team was it that we played?
Wolves. He brought Neto at half time for Mudryk.
You know what he could have done?
That game as well.
Even today,
You know what he could have
he
done?
took Sancho off. How many managers would have given Sancho more time? And Neto
True.
played well when he
Nah,
came
not a
in.
lot.
Here's the thing,
Sancho
he-
was
He's
abysmal
overlooking
today.
something
And he
he
got
kind of built
cooked.
himself. He overlooking something he kind of built himself. He could have moved Palmer to the right, kept Neto on the left, and have Nkunku and
That's
Palmer
exactly
play
what
in the
I
middle. Because remember,
just
Nkunku and Felix has a partnership built from in the B team. So he could have played them in the same positions that they play in the B team to see if we could get some change. And Nkunku would have been centrally.
That is
So-
one heck of a B team when you have Nkunku and Felix playing, man.
Yeah,
It
Coming
is
off the
crazy.
bench, like, bruh. Anyway,
Uh,
man. Playing
well-
Nkunku where he needs to be played, and we'll start winning some games, man.
Mhm.
Well, listen, people. I mean, that was good therapy. I needed that. Do you know what I mean? That was very much necessary because that game. I don't know, man. I knew it would be tough, but it's different. It's different after the fact. I still wanted a result. Do you know what I mean? I think it would have been a good step in the right direction if we had got a point in that game and kept it moving. But it is what it is. Tobes, bro, let the people know where to find you, bro. What you got coming up on your channel this week?
I'm just probably moaning about Chelsea this week, trying to wait for the next win. That's what we need. You need another game. Do you know what I mean? After a game like that, all you want is the next game to come. But yeah, just Tobes on all things, really. But it's fairly easy to find.
Yeah, 100%. Link in the description, people. Alexis, bro, let them people know where to find you. Pleasure, man.
Thanks for having me again. But guys, if you want to talk about this tomorrow, talk about all the post-match reactions. I already saw Maresca's comments. I don't like a few of them. I'm going to sleep on it, then I'm going to react. But it's going to be nice. So tune in, regular, everyday videos. No matter what time, it will be out. And you will enjoy it. So come through.
There you go, guys. Anita, you can find Anita in the match program.
I lie, man. Lie, man. Don't embarrass me like that, man.
Billboards. Yeah, you know what I mean, but also keeping it 90 as well, isn't it?
Yeah, keeping 90 and goal diggers. Goal diggers.
There you go.
That's my
exactly.
baby. Goal diggers.
Podcasts. So yeah, check that out, guys. Links will be added in the description. Don, let the people know. Let the people know.
I needed that therapy, man. I needed it. But yeah, Greasy Don, obviously YouTube Don CFC. I don't know. I haven't checked if I'm on 5K yet. Let me just check. I might have hit.
Yo, that was a proper call to action for the crowd.
Yeah, no, 10 more subs. I just need 10 more subs to hit that, man. So yeah, nearly at 5K.
People.
Nearly at 5K, people.
There you go. Make it happen. And Javon, bro, let the people know where to find you, bro. Pleasure.
It's a Fan House podcast. I have a couple of interviews coming up. I'm dropping one tomorrow. Should be at 10 p.m. UK time. Check it out. This guy I interviewed meets a lot of the players and a lot of the backroom stars for Chelsea, so he gave us some good stories. I'm almost on the road to 1K. I'm 73 subs away, so if we could kind of make that happen,
make it happen, because 1K ain't no joke. That's a big milestone. That has to get done, people in the chat. There's over 1,100 of you in here. Go and subscribe to Javon now. Go and get him to 1K, please, because like I said, bro, 1K is a proper milestone. That's where
I'm
shit
celebrating.
Gets serious.
I'm celebrating.
You know what I mean? Bro, I still remember hitting my 1K, brother, and I nearly got kicked off the app. I nearly got access just to get kicked straight back off. Do you know what I mean? I was buzzing. So guys, smash up the like.
Hold on. You'll see me this week with Lewis and a few other people reacting to the whole Liverpool game. I might get roasted, but we will be here. So check out the channel, guys.
There you go, guys. Big up. People are saying I've missed super chats. Let me check. My bad, because I think I may have. Bro, I actually did, you know. Fucking hell. I'm sorry, guys. I've been looking at the StreamYard chat, and none of the super chats came up, so I actually didn't even clock. But now I've actually seen it in the YouTube backend. This one says Salah was the difference between the two teams. Big up, Don. I agree. I think Salah, his assist, he scored like. I know he wasn't brilliant for the full 90, and he was actually pretty quiet at the beginning, but he did show up when was needed. He's 33, so we have to give him a bit of grace. He's not going to be running the game. He's an old brother. Sanchez, Bozo, Jean showed Kelleher. Kelleher free in the summer. Would you guys take Kelleher?
Over what we have, yeah. I wouldn't go for him.
The way you said it. Yes.
He turns into prime Neuer against us.
Against us, yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
just want to see Jorgensen get a chance. I just want to see.
Yeah, so do I, bro. Just give
Yeah.
Jorgensen a chance.
Literally.
I don't know what that guy's capable of, to be fair.
Bro, whatever keeper we go for, it has to fit Maresca's system. I just have to be better than Sanchez. You can't just go for any keeper and then next thing you know, he can't play the ball.
Get Emi Martinez. Bring me Emi Martinez. He's so Chelsea. He's so Chelsea. I just.
But his ball playing is not really of the level. That's the problem.
I want old school.
I know, but I'm just the manager and the
exactly. You are not the manager, so don't bring in a goalkeeper that's gonna be worse. So.
Unfortunately, ball playing is a big part of the game, and that's what these guys want.
The goalkeeper that we should get, it lives in Porto. Go and bring me Diogo Costa, ball playing, proper goalkeeper, pay the 60 million and pay him his 200k wages. We know they're not going to do it.
I like him, but did you see United's goals the other day?
Yeah, but that's one game. Like, keep this having goals.
We've got enough popping on hands, man. We've had it a lot.
Bro, he started a GoFundMe page to keep Ten Hag in the job.
Because he did his job. By the way, he would cost kind of Kepa money. Don't forget that. So yeah. Another super chat says big picture is we have Prem on notice. Paez, Esteval, a keeper, a centre back, and his title race in 25-26. For now, top 4. We will be there. Don't go anywhere. I'm sorry, yeah, but this is what I'm talking about.
Paez hype needs to stop.
No. It's not even that. It's my man just mentioned, and you didn't even. Did you even include a striker? Because a lot of people do. We're still talking about 3-4 players for title. Is that not a bit odd? No. Because I'm being honest. From an outside perspective, I'm not talking as a Chelsea fan with allegiance and loyalty. I'm talking from an outside perspective. If I was a rival and I saw a team spend 1 billion, and then I heard that same team after signing like 9 players in the summer, 12 the window before that, 12 the window before that, still talking about we need 4 players.
Yeah, because they're spending money for fuckery. That's why. If we spend the money well, we wouldn't be complaining about this.
No, but that's greedy,
but do we not have shade? We've signed we don't.
We signed like
5 keepers.
How greedy you lot?
How greedy?
Very greedy. We do not have shade.
Greedy.
Get me what we need, and we go for a title charge next year.
We said that, bro. We say the same shit every year. You know, I swear to God.
But then they don't.
We can win the quadruple. We'll still be calling for 4 more signings.
So they don't. This is what I find so funny. We ask for the same shit. They don't do it, and then we call it elite, and we say our scouts are geniuses. So which one is it?
Do I look like Robert? No, bro.
No, I'm just putting it out there because it's. When we sign the next 10 Wonder Kids in the next summer, please. Look at my anxiety. Can't take Sanchez up the Chelsea. Big up for that. Well, he's not been put in a position to do all that. I think that was in regards to Enzo. Chelsea are going right direction. Enzo not bench. That didn't make too much sense. A fit Lavia and Santos back will improve Enzo. Maresca is ruthless in most areas of the pitch except midfield, and goalkeeper Enzo must fight for his place. It'll be interesting because it is a lot of politics, and that was a big signing. So let's see if he's completely, no loyalties and just cutthroat. Respect to Chelsea and Maresca, he has taken you places. Now these Liverpool fans are, I don't know, man. I don't know if they're being real.
Like
it's a bit weird. I don't know. It's a bit weird. You need a world-class centre back and goalkeeper, a Van Dijk and Alisson, and you challenge. It's a Liverpool fan again.
With Colwill for fun.
We've got our Carrius. We have our Carrius right now. That is what we have. We're a good squad with Carrius and goal.
Palmer is world class. Stop with the maybe no. This Liverpool fan is riding out for us today. Jesus. Our backup keeper is injured, by the way. Injury in international break. We are stuck with Sanchez. To be fair, even if he was fit, he'd still be playing Sanchez in goal. He hasn't started a Premier League game, not once. We need a centre back who can organise the defence. I think that's something that Colwill is going to have to learn to do, I'm afraid. Whether he likes it or not, that's kind of what he has to do. Would De Jong Lord heavens. Would De Jong for Enzo be a progressive
Nope.
trade?
Run into the same
What,
issue.
De Jong Barcelona?
Yeah.
Nah,
You run into the same issue.
Yeah.
It is exactly the same issue, it seems. Yeah, for me, no. I'm not even here for the glitz and glamour now. I just want a midfield that works now. I'm tired. We beat Bournemouth 3-0, but according to Twerkish, we haven't played no one. Disrespect to Chelsea. This is a Liverpool fan, by the way. Can't wait for his team to play Chelsea. That he will be humbled. Hopefully. Guys, we're slowly getting found out. Maresca needs a plan B. The draws and this loss smell teams will sit back and big teams will expose us. JJ Ash says, big up Matt and the panel. What blue stream this was. Keep up the nice work. We shall await you soon at the Emirates for a proper Sunday roasting. Well, you come to the bridge first, brother, so don't forget that. And this Tapping Tobes said fuck Kendry Paez, which I don't really want to read.
Wait, you know that kid, right?
Talking about
he's got a drop for Independiente or whatever they're called, right?
Bro, he's
dropped.
He called him a snot-nosed kid. That's what Tobes said. What is it? Listen, I'm not keeping an eye on Kendry. Is he not shelling out now?
He's partying a lot. He's smashing vapes in some club in Ecuador. I saw that. What he's got? He's let Esteval get to his head. He doesn't realize there's enough room for both of them to just.
So we need to get that kid to London immediately.
There was an article that came out the other day that said Chelsea had to have an emergency meeting with him because they had to remind him of the responsibilities that come with being associated with Chelsea.
Wow, but he's a kid,
and
kids are gonna kid.
But
there's articles that now the plans are changing and he's going to get a move to Strasbourg straight away because they don't think the development's been as good this year as they initially expected. Like
the funny thing is,
coming out.
Didn't they say both of them would not go on loan? Initially?
Yeah, but I think plans change when you don't develop the way they expected. And I think Esteval's numbers
what they
are
expect
crazy.
was going to happen. They're going to have this elite mentality at 17.
Yeah,
in a new country when they get in red.
Is he young?
Bro, come on, man.
He's young, and I think he is 17. I think he's 17. But the thing is that by the time he gets here, in our heads, we're going to be thinking title challenge. So if he's to stay in this squad, the only way you stay in this squad as a developing kid is if you're going to get some amount of minutes, even if it's cup games or whatever. But we're going to be in such a serious mindset by that point where you're not getting charity minutes. You're getting minutes where you still need to perform to a level. You need to impact. You need to showcase your quality. You're not coming on to just have a free-for-all. And if he's not mentally ready for that season, because the last season was more of a free-for-all for, pissing around on penalties, Snapchats, and all these things. This season that he's coming into is a much more serious Chelsea. It has to be a serious Chelsea. So, yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily the right season to say that he's going to come in if he's not ready. So, yeah, I
also think the Santos treatment wouldn't be bad. You send him to Strasbourg, let him put up crazy numbers, let him play a lot of minutes, and just acclimatize to a top 5 league. Rather than just exposing them to the Prem. Oh, here's 5 minutes, here's 10 minutes, and then the kid's confidence is gone.
Yeah, someone said the Strasbourg loan is fake, and he'll still be here with us. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't been watching him because I ain't got time for that. I'll be real. Them games are like 3 a.m. But yeah, last one. We have Neto, Madueke, Paez, Esteval. Who's getting sold? If we get a striker, surely we sell Nkunku because how do we fit all these players? Don't forget about Felix, please, and Mudryk. So yeah, but that's not.
Speak up the devil, isn't that Grizz?
Grizz?
Yeah, it is. It is.
I was just about to wrap up, man.
Hey, Grizz.
Look, he's doing it again. Grizz, all right, we get it, bro. All right, we get it. You know what I mean? We get it. Bro, they're all doing it. Even Husm, he just uploaded, I was wrong about Chelsea. Like, you lot allow it now, yeah?
He said that. Wait.
Yeah, he just uploaded. He just uploaded saying, I was wrong about Chelsea. Chelsea will get top 4.
Have you seen what Husm has been saying to our faces this week on these streams? This man thought he was going to win 5-1, 4-1.
Bro, you know what's funny? Husam's seen one league title in his life, yeah, and he talks about like he's some Sheikh Husam. Do you know how annoying it is, yeah, when he does that? It annoys me so much because he shouldn't have that energy. He should not have that energy.
He said this is his title. I was wrong about Chelsea. Chelsea are getting top 4 and could challenge next season. I am wrong. I feel to almost play this video on the damn stream. I'm so pissed off.
I'm watching. I want to smoke.
Nah, bro. Because I don't understand what's with all this. Are these men gaslighting us or something?
Well,
Yes.
I mean,
don't know.
I have to see what Husm says because I'm supposed to have a stream with him this week.
I
He said,
watch Chelsea. Yes, this is not clickbait. You haven't tuned into the wrong channel. Yes, this is indeed the Don Hussam channel, and I am indeed, even after a loss, saying that I'm wrong about Chelsea. I'm about to explain why. Big up to every single one of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Every single one of you guys right now watching this or on the replay. Like the video, subscribe, share the video everywhere. And listen, let's just get straight into it. Why am I wrong about Chelsea? Why am I saying what I'm saying? For the following. I'll just say it simply. Chelsea are going to be a problem in this league. 100% I am man enough to say when I'm wrong. Chelsea are not as crap as I thought. 100% they're not as crap as I thought. Some of these players are really good. I'm going to address them in a second. And they have a good manager on their hands as well. Chelsea, in my opinion, I'm going to make the first sweeping statement of this pre-recorded video. Chelsea are going to get top 4. I 100% believe now Chelsea have that 4th place locked down. I think Chelsea are getting Champions League football next season, and Chelsea will be dangerous. The fact that Arne Slot gave Chelsea the ball today shows that even he thinks Chelsea are a very good side. And there's a lot to unpack today, but there's one guy I have to speak about above everyone, and that is that man, Romeo Lavia. Lavia is an absolutely incredible midfielder. And even people who watch me all year long will vouch. They'll tell you. I told Tom Little, I was one of the few people that said, guys, pay the 50 million for Lavia now. I wanted Romeo Lavia at Liverpool Football Club. I was more upset that we lost Lavia than me losing Caicedo. I wanted Lavia so bad. And he's such a good midfielder. Today, as soon as Lavia walked off the pitch versus when he's on the pitch, 2 completely different games. Lavia was cooking all game long. This guy played out of the press every single time. It's like watching a mature footballer who can dictate tempo, who's so good on the football. He looks so relaxed. He's never nervous. He's never just doing it. Oh my God, I have the ball in it. No. He's so relaxed. He's so composed. He's so calm. He's just handling business the way that he should. I am so jealous that Lavia chose Chelsea over Liverpool because that guy is such a gem. The second guy I want to talk about is a man who, again, today earned my respect, and that's Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson was Chelsea's, even without the goal, I think he was Chelsea's most dangerous forward. The guy keeps getting involved in the game, bro. Thing about Jackson is, even if he doesn't score, he's getting more and more and more involved in the game.
I love how
like he's always dropping
it.
deep, trying to collect the.
What's going on?
I love how now this is acceptable. But when we were saying this, oh no, you're gaslighting us. We watch your players.
They don't see it until it's under the microscope.
They're sitting up and starting to take note. You wait until we beat one of these big teams convincingly. That's when we'll hear talk.
I don't want to be liked. I'm not gonna go through the whole video because, go and watch it yourselves, people. But we need to get up there quickly, man, because I can't be doing this whole. We need to. I don't like it. I don't like this little bro. Well done for your valiant effort. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Especially
Fuck yeah. I'm not here for it. Because these man love cussing us. Cussing us. When we were going through sanctions, liquidate them, administrate them, send them here, send them there. And now they just want to just try and nice us. Like, who are you to even be nicing us? Like, no. Get my football club back to the pinnacle immediately. Because this is the type of bullshit that happens. When you're a club that are not threatening them, and throttling these clubs, but you're good enough to get their respect. Who the fuck said we want your respect?
Period.
Facts.
No, I don't want your respect. Period. I want your tears. I don't want your respect. I want your tears. Yeah.
I want your hate watches.
I want your points. I want your points. Yeah, I
day.
see
Was
what's
that
going on.
that win against Arsenal in a couple of weeks when they're saying that Caicedo trod on Saka's feet and got away with it? That's going to hit. Like when that's what we need.
I know
That's
what
exactly what we need.
I figured it out, guys. I figured it out. When you're not a threat, they'll nice you and they'll tap you on the head and say, "Good club."
It's what they do with Spurs. It's what everyone does with Spurs. They go, "Oh, Ange, I love Ange," and then you watch Spurs like bottle it to Brighton. Everyone's like, "Yeah, but that's just what happens with Spurs. It's Ange."
Yeah.
It's what I used to do for Arsenal. We used to do this to Arsenal like what 3-4 years ago. Come on, allow it, man. Keep your praise for Sam.
Yeah, it's fire and brimstone from this day forward, guys. Lock in. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you smash up the lights, guys. We will see you next week. And we pray that we get back to winning ways because, the table can change quickly, and I don't really want to be a part of any shenanigans going on with Manchester United and all sorts. You know what I mean? I don't even want to be in the same room, in the same hemisphere as them. So until next time, big up the likes, smash up the likes, in a bit, people. Peace. Come on.
Let's go.
Peace.